Welcome into IMHO. I'm Kelcey. Back over there.
That's Lang.
I'm really tall. I'm just gonna. This week, Lang. I think first of all, we are just so spoiled watching John Morant every year that I think we forgot that this week some major dunks happened. Actually, they happened in kind of one night. First, right?
Yeah, they were both the same, like within hours of each other.
Yeah, minutes even. Jalen Johnson, in the first play of the Lakers-Hawks game, he did like the what Ja did over Kevin Love. Was that
but he
a
made
visual?
the dunk. Yeah.
He did make it. And that same night, Anthony Edwards went, pow, caught a body.
Was that really a dunk, though?
Yes, it was a dunk.
Right.
Stop trying to discredit him. He gave the man a concussion.
Well, that was because he punched him as he jumped over.
Wild.
He hurt his own hand.
Wild.
Yeah.
Wild. And I kind of miss those dunks. And I miss having people get dunked on.
Yeah, I do too.
I truly do. I know one of my first years here was that jaw dunk with Aaron Baines.
Yeah.
It was just like fun to watch, right? Like I wouldn't want to be that person because I played in a scrimmage in college and one of the guys dunked on me and I hate it. I still have nightmares about it.
I played on a very good high school team and dunks were an important part of practice and I made a lot of business decisions to get out of there before the dunk came down.
But you know who doesn't sometimes?
There's some people who make bad business decisions.
There are some guys who still try and get up there. Let's talk about some of the guys who get dunked on the most.
Or the worst. How about that?
Yeah. However whichever like way you think about this.
Yeah,
I have a runner up.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, my runner up, and maybe this isn't like the most type thing, but it's one that like if I think about someone getting dunked on, I remember this.
All right.
Is Brandon Knight.
Ooh, DeAndre Jordan.
Like that, yes, one DeAndre Jordan dunk. So he's not on my list because I feel like that was like a one-off. But it's one that I distinctly remember being like, oh boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I tried to kind of go more old school than other dunk. Number 3, I'm gonna go with Mel Turpin. Played for the Utah Jazz in the 1980s. There's a great clip on YouTube, kids. Go look this up, where Michael Jordan gets the ball in the post, spins around John Stockton and dunks. As he runs down the court, a fan in Utah says, "Hey, pick on someone your own size." The next time down, Michael Jordan comes down, 7-foot-tall Mel Turpin's under the basket, and Jordan just hammers on him. And as he runs down the court, he turns to the fan and says, "Was he big enough?"
Period. Wow, I need to go watch that.
That's a great clip.
That
so
sounds
Mel Turpin's
fun.
my number 3.
Okay, well, my number 3 doesn't quite, I think, have the same kind of like pizzazz.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with, and now look, I can actually only think of 2 dunks on this person, but I just feel like there's more because he's a guy who defends the rim.
Yeah.
And you know, a lot of the time, a guy who defends the rim is going to jump and then therefore get dunked on.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Brook Lopez. One, I can remember Zion destroying him at the rim. Like that one is stuck in my mind. And then the other one I can remember simply because of Brook's reaction. His reaction kind of went viral. It was KJ Martin went up for the dunk. And I don't know if you remember this, but there was like a still of him going, ah.
Yeah.
And it kind of went viral. So I remember that one. So I can really only remember 2, but they were 2 pretty bad ones. So
sort
I'm
of
going to
like
go with Brook.
Kyle Anderson in the background of the Anthony Edwards.
Exactly.
Picture.
Where he was like, ah.
Yeah. For number 2, I'm going to go with Alden Lister, former Golden State Warrior back in the 90s. Got dunked on a fair amount, but the famous one was, of course, Sean Kemp comes down the lane. Sean called it the Lister Blister.
Of course.
Tomahawks on him as he's laying on the ground. Sean gives him the point and then gives him a high five as he's laying on the ground.
That would be a T right now.
Yeah, it would be. You might get thrown out.
You might get thrown out,
but
yeah.
It was probably worth it.
I'm going to go close to home, and I am going to go a former Raptor. Is he on the Raptors right now again?
Jakob Poeltl?
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Oh, well, he made his rounds and went back because we watched John Morant destroy him twice in one season, and next year when we're watching John Morant again, I just feel like Jakob is that guy who Ja can get up, and then Ja can elevate, and Ja can finish. Jakob's my number 2 simply because Ja Morant has destroyed
I'm going international for number 1. Frederick Weiss.
I don't know who that is.
He's the guy Vince Carter jumped over in the
Oh
Olympics.
my God, Team USA. I remember watching that.
He's French. Drafted by the Knicks. I don't
That
think
was like the original.
Yeah, it was sort of what Jalen Johnson did to Austin Reeves, but Frederick Weiss is 7'1". Vince.
I had a poster of that growing up.
Yeah, that was incredible in the Olympics in Australia, I believe. But yeah, that
Sydney.
It was not good.
Man, that's a good number one. I don't want to go now.
Who do you got?
That was a good one.
Who do you have for number one?
I want to do that guy.
Okay, Fred Weiss.
I picked Sean Bradley.
Yeah, he had dunked a lot.
I think the big one was 2005 when Tracy McGrady dunked on him. That's the one that like everyone thinks of. But then if you type in his name and type in this is so bad. If you type in his name and type in dunk, there's like a bunch of different highlights that people have put in. That it's like the top 10 times Sean Bradley got dunked on. Like Penny dunked on him. Robert Pack, like the little guy, dunked on him. Kevin Garnett dunked on him. It just seemed like everyone was just like picking on him. But I like your answer better.
You know, like you said, they try to defend the rim, and sometimes you miss.
I like your answer.
All right.
And Kevin Love will go in there too, even though John missed a dunk. It was one of the best dunks that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Period.
All right.
We're done.
Anybody else got one? Put it in the thing. Chat.
In the comment, wherever. Let us know who we missed.
Who else gets dunked on?
Yeah.
Got dunked on.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
And tell us your story about when you got dunked on. And we'll see you next week.